Welcome to the Wolsey Wessington 2023 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. We are gathered to formally recognize the students who have successfully completed their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter.
For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program.
Our chapter is proud to be inducting these new members with tonight's ceremony, indicating the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students.
New members are selected through a process which includes an application statement, GPA or 3.5 or higher, and an 80% teacher approval as being fit members of NHS. Mrs. Stevens will now announce the current members of NHS.
Thank you for coming out tonight to celebrate this amazing group of students and also the juniors that will be inducted tonight to National Honor Society. It's been my pleasure to work with these students this year. It's nice to come out and just appreciate them for academics. We don't get to do that as often as I'd like. So this group of seniors had to do 10 hours of community service on their own. And so they did things ranging from student aiding to Make-A-Wish, working at the game feed in Wolsey, all kinds of things. So they completed that. And then we also got together as a group and we read to the elementary grades K through 3. They read some of their favorite books. So that was enjoyed by everybody. The members are now going to be presented their medals by a person they have chosen. And so kind of the criteria for that is they can choose anyone they want. They cannot choose a parent. I kind of tell them to throw that out. But anyone else who has been instrumental in shaping them as the person that they are today. So after being introduced by the students, that person will meet the member down here in front of the table and we'll take your picture as you put the medal on them and then take a picture together. And then they will wear these medals on graduation day. So we will start with Leah Williams.
When I get asked who inspired me to become a better student, athlete, and overall better person, my mind instantly went to my brother Lorenzo. Lorenzo has been an influential figure in my life as long as I can remember. Lorenzo was a role model for me when he was in high school, and I got to watch him do amazing things, and he's a role model for me now because of his incredible family, structure, and passion for his life. When things get tough in our family, I can count on him and not only give me advice, but help me fix the situation. He has always pushed me to become a better athlete I am, and I am grateful for God that he put him in my life. Thank you, Lorenzo, for everything, and I would be honored if you presented me this medal.
Next is Emery White.
At a young age, I learned my love for competitive cheer. As I got older, I continued to love the sport and never stopped. Throughout the years, there was one thing that kept the love going, my coach. To being the coach that tied my shoes in kindergarten, then turned into the coach that cheered me on during my last routine. Brittany, you treated me like a daughter that you never had, along with being like a best friend to me too. I enjoy the connection we have made throughout the years, and also you letting me spend my summers with your boys. Thank you for all you've done for me, along with all the support you've given me.
Next is Summer Stahl.
Today I chose to honor two people who are very important to me. First, I chose my Aunt Michelle. My aunt always made growing up with my cousins very important. I am thankful that she always offered her home for sleepovers with all of our cousins. And most of my favorite childhood memories come from her house. I also chose my Uncle Dave because he's not really the chatty type, but he always seems to send me a nice text when I need it most. These are some of the reasons why I chose my aunt and uncle to present me this medal.
Shalay Smith.
Everyone has someone they look up to, whether you're a parent, teacher, brother, sister, boss, or even a friend. Chances are there's someone who considers you as their role model. But what exactly do I see in my role model? To me, my role model practices what they preach. She not only tells me what to do, but she also does it herself. They show how they do it, and they also stand up for what they believe in no matter what the occasion, even if it's difficult. They work hard to set their goals high and always strive to keep pushing themselves and show that hard work always pays off. My role model is also true to herself. Some of the most inspirational people in history are those who weren't afraid to be themselves. They are the kind of people who don't care about the social norms. They were trailblazers who, rather than walking a safe path, made their own. She also treats everyone with respect. Respect begets respect, the one of the most basic rules in life. My role model also inspires my positivity. She shows me that even on the brighter side of life and the silver lining, no matter how dark the skies may seem. And she's also one of the best listeners I know. She listens with a view to understand me and not judge me, and to emphasize rather than condemn. The person I chose to present me with this medal fits all of these qualities and more. She has always taught me to strive to be my best, always look for the positive, and was always there to pick me up after my fall, even if she was laughing with me at the fall. I love you to the moon and back, Aunt Carrie. You are one of my biggest cheerleaders, even through my crazy life, and this is why I'm so honored to have you present me with my medal.
Caitlin Carey.
This person has always been a big person in my life. He's been there since the day I was born, and he is the strongest person I know. Not just physically, but mentally also. I've seen this person go through struggles. In October last year, he went through the hardest struggle I've ever seen someone go through. He had a stroke that took away the left side of his body. Over the past year and a half, I have seen him not being able to do a lot of things that I've always been able to watch him do. Today, he can walk alone. This has made me realize how truly strong and determined he is. The person I chose to present me my National Honor Society medal is my grandpa, Jim Volker.
Joey Overson.
When I think of all the people who have influenced me in my life, the first person I think about is Lindsay Heider. She has influenced me to be better in many aspects of my life, whether it is through academics, athletics, or just hard decisions that I've had to make in my life. I want to thank you for all that you have done for me and helping me to be the best person that I strive to be. You have been the greatest teacher, leader, and influencer in my life, and I cannot thank you enough.
Taylor Horn.
I have chosen a person who is very dedicated, selfless, and generous. I've spent a lot of time with this person the last 2 years. He has taught me many life lessons in this time. He not only cared about the team as a whole, but made time for every individual. Through adversity, he stayed calm and focused on the important things. He made each and every one a better person along the way. Even when we weren't interested in lifting over the summer, he always pushed us. He would always remind us that hard work pays off. He has spent countless hours away from his family to help the team in many ways, like watching film and making scouting reports. He led the Lady Warriors to a third-place title. Not to mention, he was able to tolerate 13 teenage girls for 5 months, 5 days a week. Thank you, Coach McGilvery.
Blaze Herdman.
Person that I chose to present me this medal is my grandpa. You have inspired me to be a better version of myself and to the best of my ability in everything that I do. You have taught me how to fish, hunt, and throw a fastball. I'm so thankful for everything you have done for me. It has always been my goal to make you proud, and I hope this honor is another step towards meeting that goal. I would be honored for you to give me this medal.
Keegan Hayner.
Later. The first person that came to mind when asked who influenced me throughout my high school career the most would be Chantel Hyder, my sister. She has helped me throughout athletics, academics, and regular life situations and decisions. She is a person that has a lot of influence on anybody she comes into contact with, and I, like most people, look up to her. I cannot thank you enough for the impact you have made on my life.
Sarah Fierce.
The person I chose for this is Mrs. Jensen. Throughout high school, Miss J has always been supportive and kind. I always enjoyed being in her classes, except for speech, of course, and her classes quickly became the highlight of my day. So many fun memories have come out of her classes, from all the treats she brings to us convincing her to give us a free day. My favorite one of those memories is the yearbook party that we had last year. A group of us gathered together after school, and we were supposed to work on pages for the yearbook, but it quickly devolved into multiple rounds of hide and seek across the dark school. Miss J, you will always have my respect for being such a wonderful and fun teacher, for working as hard as you do to help us, and in general, just being a nice person to be around. Thank you, Miss J, for being here and for being our teacher.
Caleb Cleveland.
Picking one person for this was something I thought would be easy, but then I realized that I had quite the struggle. There have been multiple people in my life throughout high school that helped me in more ways than one, but alas, I could only choose one person. After some time, I knew who it had to be. It had to be the person who really showed me that I can do whatever I want when I am in a time crunch. I like to think of Mrs. Falk as my school grandma. She always pushed me and believed in me when I did not believe in myself. She also showed me that no matter how much I procrastinate something, I can still get a good grade. Thank you, Mrs. Falk.
My Uncle Ted has greatly influenced my life through his constant support and guidance. In the last few years of high school, Teddy has been the person I can always count on no matter the situation. I can always trust that what he says, whether it's what I want to hear or not, is going to do nothing but help me in the bigger picture. He may not realize it, but the way he lives out his faith and treats others has served as a great role model to me. So I have chosen my Uncle Teddy Guzma to represent my man.
New inductees are based on 4 criteria. The first of these is scholarship. A student who demonstrates scholarship is willing to spend hours devoting their time to reading and studying. They understand that they are lasting benefits of having a cultivated mind. I believe that everyone continues to learn after they have completed their formal education. Knowledge is a great element in life, which only can be acquired through diligence and effort. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities presented in scholarship.
The second criteria is leadership. Leadership is a quality that many possess but few actually utilize. To me, leadership is about standing up for what I believe in and holding steadfast to my morals despite what may be culturally accepted. Leading is about recognizing both the strengths and the needs of others around us and doing everything possible to better each other and the community. You can have good character, be scholarly, and have a service-oriented mindset, but without being able to take initiative and lead, nothing will ever be accomplished.
The third criteria is service. Service is a very important part of the National Honor Society. It teaches you to be compassionate and understanding towards others. A lot of the time you don't realize things that go on in the world or even in your community until you decide to volunteer your time. When you do this, everything is put into a different perspective. Service also allows you to give back to your community that has done so much for you. There's no better feeling than helping out local community members or even people within the school. Knowing that you could have greatly impacted someone's life and turned it around for the good is a remarkable feeling, and practicing service is a great way to achieve this.
The fourth criteria is character. The dictionary defines character as the attributes or features that make up and distinguish an individual. Though this is true, I believe that character goes even deeper than that. Character is not only the qualities that make a person who they are, but it's their actions. Good character reflects love, integrity,